Hello and welcome to Best of One, Best of One win, you could say, because Dinos, we're going to do it. We're going to win. I know it. So, let's get into things. Now, I was inspired by this fantastic comment today from Martin. Will there be a Best of One deck list of Dinos in the near future? Yes. Here it is. My wife loves dinosaurs, but due to time constraints, we usually play best of one matches only. Maybe both a budget and full deck list. This one certainly isn't budget, unfortunately, but I can do that in the future. We'll get a best of one rough list. I may tweak it later on, but I think this is going to do some pretty powerful stuff, pretty exciting things as well. So yes, thank you, Martin, for this suggestion. Nice. Switching things up, still doing some fantastic, exciting, disgusting, super powerful plays. I'll go right into the overview, and then we'll jump into the games. Yes, usually I say matches. I caught myself there. I was so focused. Not matches, games. Games tonight. Hopefully everyone's enjoying themselves, having a good night, watching right now, or sometime in the future. Yes, best of one dinos. We got Commune with dinosaurs, of course. We really want to increase consistency. Marauding Raptor, Otepec Huntmaster, both 4 of. I was thinking of adding Drover, but I need to maximize the space for other goodies. Of course, Rotting Regisaur, which I have been loving lately, the past week or so. Past couple weeks, I think, man, just dirty, disgusting damage. Rampaging Ferocidon. Now, for quite some time, that has been in the sideboard, but because we're best of one, something like Rampaging Ferocidon, a fantastic tool, you probably want that in. Now, potentially, you could cut something like Rampaging Ferocidon and Deathgorge Scavenger down to 3 each, just to maybe free up a little bit of space, and hoping you get a good idea of what the opponent's on in the first turn or two. Then you can use Commune to potentially dig closer for the thing you really want to hopefully help shut down what their game plan is. And, well, starting with the 4 slot, you will see I said shed some tears when I was building this. No Ripjaw Raptor. I know, crazy for me, at least. We'll see how that goes, but I mean, Rotting Regisaur is just so massive. They're going to have a hard time dealing with that. So we got big enough stuff. It is going to suck a little bit not having that extra potential draw, but I think we'll get it done if we just do big enough stuff. And yes, Hazoret, I can't sing her praises enough. You guys may have seen her do some fantastic work in multiple games, multiple matches. She has been the key, and of course, again, works pretty fantastically with Rotting Regisaur. Now, Hazoret, especially if you're playing something like these dinos in paper or arena, she's pretty cheap. I think hovering around $2 right now, $2 US, maybe a little less than that. So certainly a pretty reasonable pickup, and you don't need a full play set in paper. Probably would only go up to 3. You could, of course, go up to 4. You have the option to just discard extra for damage right to the opponent, which is pretty fantastic. And yes, you see it there. Shifting Ceratops, pretty exciting stuff. I mean, if it's best of one, this has to be in there to help give us that greater edge against blue base control, just trample, haste potentially. Want to still go as fast as possible, so certainly, I think a playset for best of one dinos is the right way to go. Regisaur Alpha, no-brainer, pretty much, 4 of. Lots of bodies, lots of speed. That's where it's at. And the Queen. Now, you may not have to have 3, but she's been doing fantastic work. And it is best of one dino, so we can surprise them, we can hit them. They can't recover because we just win, and we don't have to worry about a sideboard in best of one, of course. So I think doing the most powerful back-breaking things we can. Hopefully that does the trick, but as you can see, there's very little interaction. That could be a problem, potentially, but I wanted to lean, at least tonight, on just doing lots of dinos, lots of good stuff. So if you see any suggestions, something you think might help, different changes and whatnot, I'd certainly be up to hear that. Mana base is pretty similar to what I have been using. I did remember Lair of the Hydra just before I started here tonight. I added that in and almost forgot. That would have been good. So yeah, Lair of the Hydra. A couple basics there just in case they got Field of Ruin. They want to kill our lands, our non-basics. A couple Overgrown Tomb. Good old Rootbound Crag, Stomping Ground, Ancient Ziggurat. And then sliding 2 Blast Zone in there. Now because best of 1, Blast Zone's there to maybe help take out some stuff at 1, stuff at 2, but also the 9 lives Solemnity Celestia Enchantress deck. Blast Zone can potentially give us an out against that, where, I mean, if they get 9 lives plus Solemnity, completely lock us out, basically just concede right there. So 2 Blast Zone, just to give us the possibility of winning against certain decks that try to lock us. And maybe take out some cheap stuff. Creatures at 2, Azorius Auras, potentially, something like that. So I think some number of Blast Zone or something similar to Blast Zone would be good, best of 1, covering a pretty wide range of angles. Secluded Courtyard, yep, I mean, I've been using it. Fantastic. For Unclaimed Territory, definitely, with stuff like Rotting Regisaur. I like 4 Secluded, 4 Unclaimed, and it's mostly all creatures and mostly all dinos, so Secluded and Unclaimed certainly help big time. Yeah, this feels weird. Okay, no sideboard. Let's jump into the first game. Yes. Hopefully it's not best of lose tonight, but I'm feeling pretty good. This is, oh, no, not best of 3. Oh, I almost went into best of 3 with a best of 1 deck. Oh, well, might not have been that bad, I guess, but hopefully we don't face anything too nasty to start. I mean, we are doing nasty stuff ourselves, so feels good, feels good. Pretty exciting. Phone is a little bit off to the side here with the chat, just charging. Almost died before I started, so if I don't respond quite right away, that's why I have to glance over a little bit farther. Void. Hopefully they're not black and they kill all our stuff, remove it. I mean, we are on the draw, could potentially get a 2-drop. Pretty good chances to get a 3rd land by the time we want to play Rotting Regisaur and Deathgorge Scavenger. So, I don't know, it's rough. I would like to see a 2-drop, but that certainly could be a lot worse. At the very least, I'm sure we'll... Oh, okay, wow. Took the risk, and that is just looking pretty darn fantastic. My goodness. I mean, hopefully Marauding doesn't die. We'll just go to town, but it's looking like it might... Elves? Mono green enchantments, maybe? Could be Celestia enchantments, which maybe I jinxed myself by mentioning it. Hopefully that's not the case. Or just mono green with Nissa, who shakes the world. She's going to make some of those lands into creatures and just do nasty stuff. Okay. Well, no, it's not too bad. We're doing some nice things here. It's going to be good. I mean, we'll just go Rotting Regisaur. Next turn we can go Ghalta for 2. If we get a 4th land, we can go maybe another Rotting Regisaur plus Ghalta, and that's some nasty. Bam. Okay, well, that was a pretty good start. I like that. And again, another point with best of 1. you will climb overall, or most often you'll climb a little bit slower because best of 3, say you win, but you lost one of those games. Effectively, that loss is just erased because you simply go up 2, where if that loss had counted, you would really go up 1. So technically, you can potentially climb faster, or you should overall climb faster when playing best of 3. But again, you know, time-wise, best of 1, sometimes it fits. So let's get her done. Continue, hopefully, to get her done. Oh, wow. That is hopefully good. I mean, worked out. Previous game. We'll go turn 1 Commune. We could hold off on it. We got plenty of plays, but Ghalta. I like the looks of that. Kind of worried, potentially, if they do have Grease Fang. I would like to grab Deathgorge, just in case they don't go off, but haven't seen what they're doing yet, so we'll just go with the most powerful thing imaginable. Ooh, mono red, okay. Well, Deathgorge Scavenger, certainly pretty good chance that it would have died to some sort of spell that deals 2 damage, Unholy Heat, that sort of thing. Hopefully, Marauding Raptor survives, but at the very least, we still get Rotting Regisaur coming up next turn. And before I forget, well, don't forget to take a bite out of that like button and send some luck my way. Yeah. Well, certainly not blocking. I would expect they have something that deals 2 damage. Stomp, shock, something like that. Secure the critics. Oh, that's not good. Yep, hey, they're not hitting us in the face, and at least we still have a play coming up. Certainly, Rotting Regisaur is going to be a headache of all headaches. They may have Unholy Heat, but currently only have sorceries in the graveyard, so don't really have to worry about that quite yet. We'll be taking out Soulscar Mage if at all possible. Yeah. What you gonna do against a 7/6? Probably not a whole lot. Kind of feel like getting rid of Regisaur Alpha. Maybe. Yeah, I'll go Regisaur Alpha just in case Commune with Dinosaurs doesn't get us anything. Oh. Hey. I was speaking of Blast Zone and how it can help clear things out. I think we just go Blast Zone right here. Man, that is fantastic, exciting, and really just... Oh, okay, that's gonna set them back, I think. Certainly feel like they had some damage-based stuff where they would have dropped Rotting Regisaur's power and toughness with the 1/1 counters that Soulscar Mage puts on. Okay, that's working out, I think. Hopefully it's slowed him down enough, but Deathgorge Scavenger gaining us a little bit of life. That's going to be good. We'll certainly discard Commune, want to preserve Ghalta, hopefully get to play her. Ooh, Rampaging. Well, yes, definitely Deathgorge. Start getting that life, exiling creatures, and I like it. Okay. Looking pretty good. Reckless Impulse, fantastic, which I actually was chatting about Reckless Impulse today. Could pair quite nicely with Rotting Regisaur since we're not getting those cards in hand, and 2 to oftentimes, I think, effectively draw 2. That is lovely. But I think we got to send Ghalta packing, unfortunately. Yes, okay. Secluded Courtyard, good stuff. Playing it safe. Would have been nice to play the Queen, but yeah, I like it. gonna have to do something pretty nasty here. Well, Reckless Impulse is good. Ooh, interesting. Oh, Shifting Ceratops, yes please. That's gonna get it done. Backs against the wall. They have to block Rotting Regisaur every single time we swing. Bam. 2-0 so far. Maybe I'm onto something here. Best of 1 dinos. Getting her done. Rotting Regisaur. Threatening. A menace. Awful, awful, nasty stuff there. Whew. Okay, good start. Good start. I like it. Maybe I stick with best of 1 a little bit more. Of course, it is nice seeing a wider variety of decks. The games, oftentimes I imagine, go pretty fast. At least we're trying to do stuff fast, and likely the opponent is as well. So it gets things done. This hand looks pretty good. Commune with Dinosaurs, turn 1. Should be nice. Hopefully get a source of red if we don't draw it. We'll see if we draw that source of red. We may hold off going, oh, hey, it's white. We got Rampaging Ferocidon. Okay, good stuff. And we did get our source of red. I'll just go with the forest. Give them less information, but certainly things could just go off, get nasty here. Mono white life gain on the play is sometimes very, very nasty. Luckily, it wasn't turn 2 Voice of the Blessed, Johnny's Pridemate, something like that, but they also could be setting up for that next turn, and boy, really need that Rampaging Ferocidon right away. Hopefully they don't get rid of Huntmaster. Potentially, they'll use some removal on it, and that might slow down their game plan. Then we go Rampaging Ferocidon next turn, and hopefully we don't just die. Ooh, okay. Phew. Hopefully they don't have a second Skyclave Apparition in hand. But where there's one, sometimes there is many. Or they bounce Skyclave Apparition potentially and just get rid of stuff. But Blast Zone, again, that could come in handy. Especially taking out the Soul Warden, Lunarch Veteran. That's going to be nice, but I mean, against a deck like this, turn 3, gotta be Rampaging Ferocidon. Hey, you're not gaining life anymore. But hopefully he's not something done to him. Ooh, wow. Well, you know, it had to happen. Fateful absence. They had to do it. Speaker of the Heavens. Oh. Actually, next turn we could, I think, just go Blast Zone, take out Soul Warden, Lunarch Veteran, Speaker of the Heavens. That actually looks pretty good, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's just, let's do it. Hope that slows them down enough. Certainly, it is nice, Speaker of the Heavens. They were going to make an angel there, because they have 7 more life than what they started with, so yeah, I like that. Yeah, Overgrown, Rotting. We are pretty low, could get nasty, could have potentially just taken the shock there. Alan Pep asking about Hazoret. Let's see, what do I want to discard here first? Regisaur Alpha. Ooh, shifting. Okay, well, Commune with Dinosaurs. Searching for... Yeah, I think we'll search... Yeah. Get that land. Shifting Ceratops. Good stuff. But yes, Hazoret. I have been using Hazoret the past few days, maybe about a week. It's just been fantastic. Paired with Rotting Regisaur, naturally. We're wanting to dump our hand, discard things. It does the trick. Big time. Oh, they got 3. We want to do some nasty stuff. So I think I just discard Hazoret, actually. Oh, yes, certainly. But yeah, Hazoret paired with Rotting. Oftentimes, we're at 1 card or we have no cards, and it's indestructible, so certainly survives a lot of removal, wrath, that sort of thing. And the past few days, like I mentioned when I started the stream here tonight, Hazoret has won. Helped win. I think I'm just going to attack with everything. We'll maybe sacrifice this clue, see what we get. Hopefully it's something we could play. It is not. Well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, she's working out. I could go up to 3 Hazoret, but we took down Celestia Life Gain. My goodness, we're on fire tonight. Wow. Wow. I had also tried out Ronus the Indomitable to have another nice indestructible body and potentially give trample to something like Rotting Regisaur, but I just found Hazoret to do the trick fantastically. Yes, definitely. And you don't need to craft a full play set of Hazoret. I think, like I mentioned, I could see myself going up to 3 Hazoret, but at least 2. Even if you went to 3, 4, again, you see extra copies. Use that as the discard target for her. Ping the opponent for 2. Technically, I mean, if you can't get through any damage normally with creatures for whatever reason, you can put them on a clock with Hazoret herself, just 2 damage each turn if it makes sense to do so. And then, you know, if you weren't able to play a card with Rotting, you can still make use of the card you would have had to discard anyways. You might as well discard it to Hazoret right there. But we are on the draw again, unfortunately. Kind of rough. We see Luris of the Dream Den, so kind of makes me want to see a Deathgorge Scavenger. I think we'll try a mulligan. Oh, just prayers have been answered, hopefully. Now I imagine there may be a low chance we get to Ghalta this game, so I think we'll send her packing. And actually, now that I think about it, okay, well, I was going to say that hand does not look very good because we didn't have a source of red. But we got Secluded Courtyard, so I think, again, the 4 Secluded Courtyard and 4 Unclaimed Territory really are doing the trick. Yeah, I think it's got to be Dinosaur. Looks like Grixis, though. That could be pretty nasty. Lots of removal options. It is a little sad we weren't able to go Huntmaster, but just wanted to maintain the consistency, keep up better potential options. I mean, I was hoping they wouldn't kill Marauding here. They were going to kill something, likely, and unfortunately that happened. I think I'll take my chances with Commune. Dig for a source of red so that we're able to play Huntmaster. Yep. So this Unclaimed, unfortunately, we're going to have to name Human, just so we can get the Huntmaster down here. We're still pretty nicely covered, at least one of the tribal lands we named Dinosaurs, so we got the source of red for Rampaging Ferocidons, but against a deck like this, hopefully, if Huntmaster survives, crossing all the fingers. Okay, good. Oh, another source of red, definitely. Now the question is, double Rampaging. Deathgorge could be pretty nasty if they don't kill it. You know what, I'm going to go Rampaging first, see if that eats some sort of removal, something like that, because I think I would prefer Deathgorge at the moment. Oh, okay, well, we got something, and still plenty of plays next turn. Oh, Ghalta. Lovely stuff. I mean, we'll see if we can get her down. Kind of like Rampaging if they play any sort of creatures. Maybe wait and see if we get a Regisaur Alpha. Then we can follow up with Deathgorge. It'll have haste, so we get 2 activations. It's always nice if you can aim for that. Getting to swing with Deathgorge the turn it comes into play to get the most benefit of that power. Swinging with a 5/4. Pretty fantastic stuff. But yes, as expected, lots of removal things coming in here. Quite painful this match, or game. Yeah, hey, that's the first time I said match, but yes. Pretty painful this game. We'll get it done. We'll get it done though. Feeling pretty good about it. Eventually, we'll make something happen. Deathgorge, might as well get some life. Let's see. At the very least, they can't kill it. They are tapped out, but they got a lot of stuff in hand, and yes, Rampaging Ferocidon. I think we're saying goodbye to that. Oh, interesting. Well, even though, you know, they're getting rid of our graveyard, I would imagine, Deathgorge still will be able to... Ooh, yeah. Certainly hasty Shifting Ceratops. That's what I'm hoping to do. Hopefully they don't kill it, of course, but at least we're swinging with 2 bodies now. Probably have a lot of single target removal, so hopefully one of these things is getting through. Drown in the lock. Shifting Ceratops, nicely protected against that, and seems like they're kind of running out of things. Hopefully Shifting Ceratops does the trick. Death Shadow. Yikes. This might go downhill quick, but again, Blast Zone, able to take out that Death Shadow there, which is pretty nice. That's not what we want to see. Yeah, so pretty much hoping for that Blast Zone. Again, now, even more value taking out Death Shadow and Dragon's Rage Channeler. It is nice that Blast Zone does come into play with 1 charge counter, so potential to just take out all non-land permanents at mana value of 1. That might help, but it is rough seeing them just continually get Soul Guide Lantern back. I don't know about this one. Ooh, this could be rough. Oh, again, Regisaur Alpha. I was hoping for that, but still, they got things that are too big. We can't bust through. Again, if we happen to kill Death Shadow, they'll just bring him back next turn with Luris, so don't want to do that. Seems like we'll hold things back for now. Ink Blessing, how's it going? It's actually going pretty good here. I won the first 3 games against some pretty different decks, wide range. I don't know if I'll win it against this Grixis Death Shadow, but potentially I think if I get Blast Zone here, that might do the trick. And if they don't, keep killing everything. But that's the name of the game. That's often what a deck like this does. But yeah, won the first 3 games. It was pretty good. Especially the previous game against Celestia Life Gain. Like I mentioned, starting off here, Rampaging Ferocidon to stop life gain based stuff. We're not going to block that. This turn at least. We may have to block it next turn. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's not a Blast Zone. Well, it's going to do it for this game, unfortunately. That's how it goes. But yes, 3-1 so far. I think that's pretty decent. I still do prefer climbing with best of 3 because it does go a little bit faster. But yeah, it's been doing better, maybe a little better than I thought. I'm dinos the past few days, past week or so. You guys may have seen them doing some nasty stuff, and they continue to do nasty stuff. Hopefully, we're on the play here. Show the opponent nasty plays, maybe fantastic, hasty turn 4 Ghalta, potentially. That's always lovely to see. Or just Rotting Regisaurs, slam a bunch of those, and if the opponent doesn't have removal for a 7/6, things might get out of control quick. But playing first, definitely. I mean, Marauding Raptor, Rampaging Ferocidon, just in case it is something life gain related, which I think perhaps life gain maybe is a little more common in Best of 1. Ooh, Grease Fang, but speaking of Grease Fang, if it is that, we got Deathgorge to hopefully do the trick. Should be able to do the trick as long as Marauding Raptor survives. There's the Faithless Looting. Parhelion 2 going into the graveyard, perhaps. Elish Nord. Oh no, don't kill it, please. Oh, they killed it. Oh, this is the nasty. I expected something like this. Do I miss not having Ripjaw? Yes, 100%. I shed a couple tears. But Best of 1, you got to prepare, you got to expect for something reanimation-wise, and we're seeing that right here on Burial Rites. They're going to get back some nasty stuff real quick. Oh, ooh, oh boy, oh boy. I don't think we're doing it here. Huh. Well, next turn, if they get a land, it's probably over, I would imagine. But we'll go Deathgorge, hopefully. Cross our fingers. Actually, now that I think about it, we just go on Burial Rites, and if they don't have another on Burial Rites, maybe that slows them down a little bit. Huh. Maybe that did the trick. I certainly would expect they have 4 copies of Unburial Rites, since that's what the whole deck centers around. Okay. Ooh. Yes, crossing the fingers against a deck like this. Oh boy. Nice seeing 4th land there. It's going to help, but yeah, Rampaging Ferocidon. Certainly I would expect if we attack with Deathgorge, they're going to block, double block to kill it. There's 2 Faithless Lootings though, so I mean we take out one, they just go the second one next turn anyways. They do have some nasty creatures. I guess Ulamog is not as bad as Sarah's Emissary, which basically shuts us down. Now we can take out Sarah's Emissary here potentially with a Blast Zone, but we don't have a Blast Zone quite yet, so that would be rough. Elish Norn, I mean, well, all that stuff is just nasty, nasty. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack, make them double block, take out a Faithless Looting. I imagine they'll want to probably use that second Faithless Looting the turn coming up, so maybe we don't have to worry about Unburial Rites for another turn, at least. Hopefully. Yes, okay. They probably would have gone Faithless Looting anyways, but definitely they don't want to see this one get discarded next turn if they didn't take advantage of going it in. Digging further for another Unburial Rites. If you want to discard stuff, I mean, it's going to help us get to a Hazoret. Definitely, I think it's got to be Regisaur Alpha. Oh, Ghalta. They're worried enough about Ghalta. Okay. Well, we can't attack with Hazoret, so might as well be Rampaging Ferocidon. Gonna do a little bit of damage, but want to still try and be as aggressive as possible and pray they don't get Unburial Rites. Seasoned Pyromancer there. It's actually pretty nice. Double Rampaging Ferocidon just keeps pinging them. That's actually working out, kind of. Alright. Well, tapped over. Could have gone Regisaur Alpha. I should have probably gone Regisaur Alpha there. Would have taken a fair bit of damage, but maximum pressure, that would have been good. Ooh, this could get close. Next turn, Hazoret will pay to discard something, deal 2 more damage. Oh boy. Holy cow. Ink Blessing, Alan Pep, anyone watching right now, watching later on, my goodness. You would not expect to beat a deck like Mardu on Burial Rites, cheat out the nastiest possible thing that's in the graveyard, but wow. So I almost missed exiling that on Burial Rites with Deathgorge Scavenger. I figured, oh, I should just exile the nastiest creature, but clearly that did the trick, because next turn they would have got something big and bad. Okay, whew, that's certainly could have easily gotten another Unburial Rites from that Faithless Looting, but yes, that did the trick. Facing all kinds of stuff, but certainly you will face likely more decks like that where normally in best of 3, Graveyard Hate certainly would just completely shut down everything that deck is doing. Maybe you play best of 3, you have a Soul Guide Lantern, that sort of stuff, to just completely exile the opponent's graveyard. Very, very debilitating. Hard to come back from for a deck like that, but best of 1, chances are you don't have a whole lot of graveyard hate stuff going on. So these kind of decks prey on best of 1. That's where they shine. But yes, definitely this hand looks pretty exciting, pretty fantastic. Marauding, shifts, well, 3 shiftings. Oh, they're just hopefully giving it to us. Maybe not. Azorius artifacts. Could be rough, but still, Shifting Ceratops at the very least, if they have Metallic Rebuke to counter our things. Shifting is going to be nice. Hopefully, Marauding I spoke too soon. Marauding is not sticking around, but we got 4 lands. We will eventually get to Shifting Ceratops. 5 lands, nice if we do draw that Regisaur Alpha. And also, come turn 5, we will be able to give the second Shifting Ceratops that we play haste, and hopefully that's enough of a clock against the opponent here. Almost went that Lair of the Hydra, but no, not doing that. Glass Casket, not doing a whole lot against Shifting Ceratops, but they do have white, so I could see... I don't know. Could be rough. Oh, Texas, 9:30. Yeah, I'm actually an hour ahead. Eastern Standard Time, about 10:30 right now. Pretty much about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours north of Toronto, if that helps. I think we're just going to have to take it. Oh, snow a couple of times. Yes, I have a lot of snow. Actually, maybe I'll take a video or some pictures for you guys and I'll just show how much there is. The banks right around my sidewalk are probably about 4 feet, up to some people's waists, actually. I think it's up to my waist, and I'm 6'3". So yeah, it's quite a bit. I don't know, I think we just lose right here, unfortunately. Would be nice to take out that Nettle Cyst, the germ token there. We would have to double block. Currently, they'll hit us for 6 if everything else goes through. That might be what we have to do. Actually, now that I think about it, Rotting Regisaur itself could just simply, hopefully, trade with the Nettle Cyst. Although they could play some more artifacts, and then that Nettle Cyst just goes to 8, which would be sad because we wouldn't be able to trade with it with Rotting Regisaur. But yeah, we'll hold things back. Hopefully maybe we get a blast zone, help take some things out. Maybe get back our glass casket, but oh yes, okay, well. It's going to 8. Not so good. Alright, well, that's going to do it. Very difficult to bust through that. The Nettlecyst just, it got going. It got big too fast. I am pretty excited we won that previous game against Mardu Reanimate. Always lovely stuff. Deathgorge, the All-Star, showing the importance of graveyard hate interaction, which, again, dinos have pretty much everything. A wide range of stuff attached to a dino that you can do. Add in 4 copies of something, maybe 3, again, like I mentioned, to have a little bit more space to add other stuff in if you are playing best of 1. But I do like still keeping consistency, going as many 4-ofs as possible. Still feels like we cover pretty wide range. But yeah, Azorius artifacts. Rough stuff. This actually looks pretty exciting. Of course, Ancient Ziggurat gonna help us hopefully cast the Rotting Regisaur. Turn 3, Hasty, after the turn 2 Otepec Huntmaster. We'll definitely go Rootbound Crag turn 1. Don't want to make that mistake. Have to have that come into play tapped on turn 2. That would just be a very sad night if we weren't able to go turn 2 Huntmaster. Very, very rough. Yeah, I've definitely thought about that. There is even dinos that can give other dinos flying. So that would actually be pretty funny. But I've thought about some equipment like that. Certainly I'm looking forward to tweaking this list. Seeing what we can make happen. Looks like some sort of auras potentially. So again, this might be another rough matchup. Well, at least Huntmaster didn't die. Certainly Commune will dig for... Yeah, it's got to be Unclaimed Territory. Get that Rotting Regisaur, start applying as much pressure as possible. And hope it does the trick. Luckily, they didn't get a turn to SRAM. The other stuff, whenever they play an aura or enchantment, they draw a card, so it's looking potentially good for us. Yes, I love flying, I love reach. I mean, Shifting Ceratops does have the potential for reach, so it is nice we're covered a little bit if they do have flying stuff. Rampaging Ferocidon might be nice, slowing them down if they do get some potential life gain. Nothing much in the graveyard for Deathgorge, so I think we'll send him packing. Oh, more lands, good stuff. Certainly, Shifting Ceratops. Give Shifting Haste just to keep that one green open. Give us the chance to give Shifting Ceratops trample. See what they block with. Oh, sneaky trample, good stuff. Oh, well, we almost got a little bit more damage through on them, but at the very least, we'll still get some through. They've gotten rid of the dog, which is nice. It would be even nicer if we could have given Rotting Regisaur trample there, but it's not a total loss. Seems like they might have to do something quick, but again, they could maybe cast a sweeper here, which would be very rough. Yes, the Core Spirit Dancer. That's what I was happy they didn't get turn 2, because they certainly have a lot more nasty things, I imagine. Yeah, certainly. Well, maybe not Rampaging Ferocidon. Nah, yeah, Rampaging Ferocidon. Land. Gotta be. Take the hit. Yeah, we'll take the hit. Oh, lucky. Yeah, definitely. Rotting can be fantastic. Sometimes it is painful having to discard something nice, but at least playing dinos this way, my main goal, certainly in best of one, is to just dump as much as possible, as fast as possible. So there's likely a chance, and oftentimes we're going to have nothing in hand. So Rotting Regisaur has zero drawback after the early turns. This might be nasty here, certainly. They're at 1. Rampaging Ferocidon would have been nice, but again, still wanted to be as powerful, rough, do as much damage as possible before they slap what's likely going to be a lot of nasty things on the Hushbringer there. The life gain certainly could help them stabilize quite nicely, depending how much stuff they slap on it. We might be shedding some tears, but we did pretty good against Azorius Auras so far. Looks like they'll want to be spreading it out so they have 2 big things. Yeah, that Core Spirit Dancer. Having first strike, it's going to be rough. Now, if we can get Blast Zone, we will be able to take out Sentinel's Eyes, Cartouche of Solidarity, and the other Sentinel's Eyes on the Hushbringer there. So yes, Blast Zone. Yeah, nothing. Yes, crossing my fingers for Blast Zone at this very moment. Or Commune with Dinosaurs to help us grab it, of course. Oh boy, all that glitter's nasty, nasty stuff. Going to be gaining a lot. Ooh, that's 6, 7, that's not too bad. Not the worst thing, of course. Vigilance. Oh boy. Gotta do something big and powerful next turn. Pretty much Blast Zone at this point. Discard nothing. Ooh. Is that going to do it? No. Spirit Dancer, Hushbringer, both. Well, Spirit Dancer probably blocks 1 Rotting. Hushbringer will block 1 Shifting. Gain 6 life. So I'd still have both of them left. Get through with maybe 11. But they're gaining 6, which they go to 13. So, yeah. It's not going to do it, unfortunately. We got close. We got to 1. Very, very close. But, you know, some hits, some misses. Certainly, Azorius Auras is at least one of my more painful, difficult matches. Blast Zone again in there to hopefully help, which perhaps it might be nice to increase Blast Zone to 3. Currently, it is at 2 there. But best of 1, something that's a nice catch-all like Blast Zone might be good to consider. The tears, hey, that's okay. I'm not crying, but the dinos are crying at the moment. Still, it's going good. You guys hopefully see the potential that best of 1 dinos can have. Again, jump in for a game or 2. Keep things fast. If you only got, 10, 20 minutes here or there. Sometimes, control matchups, best of 3, that could go half an hour, potentially. Hopefully it doesn't go that long, but that's pretty exciting right there. Stomping Ground, turn 1, followed by the Lair of the Hydra. We got Huntmaster, Marauding, double Deathgorge if there's something graveyard related. This is looking good. Ooh, black. Thoughtseize. hey, we still got lots of plays. They know what we're all about. Maybe they feel Deathgorge is rough. They don't want to see that, but they got some stuff to think about. I would imagine Fatal Push, so Huntmaster, Marauding, whichever one we're able to go, probably going to eat some sort of removal. Still be able to go Deathgorge Scavenger for turn 3, hopefully. Interesting. Would be nice going hasty Rotting Regisaur if we just dump our hand again. Something that's looking to discard things. If we don't have anything to discard, yes, lovely stuff. Yeah, certainly could be. Or just general Rakdos, something. But they're going to run out of things to... Okay, well, I expected Unholy Heat, something like it. At the very least, we got to play. I think we'll get rid of Unholy Heat just to keep the number of different type of cards down. They only have sorcery at the moment, so if all goes well, we won't see Unholy Heat deal 6 damage to anything. Kroxa. Yep. Rotting, since we can't play it at the moment anyways. Hopefully they don't kill the Deathgorge. Oh, hey. Well, we'll just exile Kroxa. Alright. Man, this is, that's going pretty good. Double Deathgorge. Maybe they should have been discarding those things instead of Marauding Otepec Huntmaster. Hey, that's alright. We got 2 of the key things that will hopefully continue to bring the pain against this Rakdos. Soul Guide Lantern, I mean, it's only going to exile our graveyard if that's what they do, if they pop it, so we still will have some stuff to eat. But definitely get that land down, keep up the pressure. Okay, so again, Deathgorge did the trick previously, but it's doing the trick this game. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is nasty. If we weren't exiling things, they could have easily escaped Kroxa next turn, I imagine. As long as we keep this up, this feels pretty good. What I should have done is actually make Lair of the Hydra a 2/2, so that was a little bit of a misplay on my part. Potentially maybe they were holding up the 1 black because they have Fatal Push, and they would have killed Lair of the Hydra, which also could be something they might have done, or Unholy Heat that would have killed Lair of the Hydra as a 2/2, so maybe it wasn't all bad that we forgot to attack with it. I definitely could see something like Fatal Push on Lair there. Would be especially bad if we draw, Shifting Ceratops coming up here and we weren't able... Oh my goodness. Drinking too much coffee. Never. Okay, Blast Zone, that's pretty good. I feel like they'll probably kill Lair of the Hydra there. Or kill Deathgorge. Maybe we just force them to kill it. If they are able to. Being a 3/3, we don't have to worry about Unholy Heat. So that's nice. Alright. Solar Updraft, hey, it's been going pretty good. Unfortunately, he joined at not the best moment. I expected maybe a Fatal Push. Took the calculated risk of making a Lair of the Hydra, and it died. That's too bad. Fabled Passage, it's a non-creature. Get a little bit more damage. Reduce the number of different stuff to just instants and artifacts. Man, Rampaging Ferocidon certainly would have been pretty nice here. Chipping away. Oh. That makes me a little sad. So, seems like it would have been better. Of course, I didn't know I was going to draw Regisaur Alpha, but playing it safe, betting on Fatal Push, something that deals with 2 mana value or less, would have had 5 here, would have been able to go Regisaur Alpha, but that is not the case. I would expect Seasoned Pyromancer and the token to double block. We would lose Deathgorge, unfortunately. They got creature, instant, so I got 3 different types of stuff. You know what? Let's attack with Deathgorge. Get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer. Actually, no, we got it. The artifact, yes. Got to make them tough enough that they have to double block if they do want to kill it. Then we'll hope we get a 5th land next turn for Regisaur Alpha. Mana next turn for sure, hopefully. That would do the trick. At the very least, we'll put a counter on Blast Zone just to help us maybe take out Kroxa, Dreadhorde Arcanist, something like that. Having the 2 charge counters on there, but hopefully we don't have to sacrifice it before we play Regisaur Alpha here. Yeah, no, forcing the push. I mean, Lair of the Hydra definitely is a juicy target if they're able to take out one of our lands. So yeah, it could work out down the line, definitely. There's certainly pros and cons there. Playing it safe against something that has removal for cheap stuff, which Lair of the Hydra technically costs 0, so there is some nasty stuff there. Oh! Inked Blessing. Thank you very much. That was all you, I think. Lucky. Hopefully they don't kill both things, but... Ooh. Man. Good stuff. Also nice, speaking of Fatal Push, Regisaur Alpha costing 5. Out of range of that, at the very least, which sometimes I would imagine helps. Oh, and Commune with Dinosaurs. Yes, called it. Called it is right, 100%. Oh. Got it done, my goodness. So potentially, I mean, depending what they have in hand, unfortunately, we can't see what they had, but Solar Updraft, like you mentioned, getting them to use that Fatal Push, maybe they would have used it on the token there. They didn't have it because they used it previously, so it's really hard to say. It was pretty nice facing Shield Maiden, Ash Lizzle. I watched the match from the opposite point of view. It was really interesting, actually. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely I would recommend checking it out. It was pretty good seeing it from the other perspective. You don't get to see that often, but yeah, I felt pretty fortunate, pretty blessed. Oh, almost okay. Ooh, and we're up to 6 concurrent viewers, 6 likes. That's doing pretty good. Okay, I think I'll make this probably maybe the last game of the night. We'll see. I've only said match once so far. When I first started, I was thinking I'd be saying match all the time since pretty much that's all I play, but best of 1 dinos. You guys have seen the potential so far. The good idea of bringing in some of those great toolbox dinos. Deathgorge there. Yeah. I'll maybe post a link. I'll do a community post maybe after this to the particular stream that Ash Lizzle Shield Maiden was playing in, where she did face me there, but I also might do some commentary over that game from my perspective, so you get both of it at the same time. Could be pretty interesting, but I'll get you guys a link at some point to it. We go first. No turn 1 Commune, which would be nice, digging for Marauding Raptor, but we got two key players, Deathgorge, Rampaging if it is life gain or graveyard related. So I feel it could be pretty good there. If it was only 2 lands, I might probably just mulligan that. But seeing 3 lands, hopefully. Hey, Thoughtseize, they're not getting rid of one of our 2-drops because we don't have a 2-drop. I think probably Deathgorge here. Oh, Rampage. Oh, my goodness, I couldn't plan that if I wanted to plan that. Holy, that is working out. Okay. I mean, I fully expect Huntmaster to eat some sort of removal here. Okay, mono black discard. You jinx me, because this certainly seems like some sort of mono black discard. I'll get Stomping Ground, pay the life. We'll see if Commune can grab us a Marauding Raptor, which we will be able to go for 1, followed up by Death. Oh, yes, please. Okay, all you guys saw it there. If you still have the play, might as well go Commune, see if you potentially get something that can make an even better line, which this is an even better line. Marauding for 1, Deathgorge for 1. They do have a non-creature. We also have a non-creature, but might as well get that Thoughtseize out of the way. Swing with Marauding Raptor just because it's temporarily got that buff, and Deathgorge is at 3 power, while Marauding goes back to 2. Yeah. Hey, no, don't be too sorry. It's certainly looking like we're in a good position at the moment. Outer Fang Disciple, yep, we're discarding that land, 100%. Hopefully we don't have to say goodbye to Regisaur Alpha, but against a deck like this, things don't stay in hand very long. At the very least, we really won't have a whole lot for him to discard pretty soon. Oh, yep, okay. Rotting Regisaur. I don't know about you guys, but I like 1 black for a 7/6 haste. That's some nasty stuff. Oh my goodness. Certainly keep Deathgorge powered up, so at the very least the zombie token can't trade with Deathgorge. Luckily there's enough non-creature stuff, but I think this might do the trick. Oh yes, definitely this is also a plus. Yeah, if there's a deck you're facing and their main idea is discarding stuff, I would say a good majority of their cards are simply dead if we have nothing in hand. Certainly is very nice, I think, against this deck. Yeah, Waste Not is doing nothing. Literally nothing. It can't do anything. So that feels pretty good. Target player sacrifices a creature. Jeez. Yeah, probably should be Huntmaster. Hasty is always nice, but could be lethal next turn, depending what we draw. Well, it's a land. Still have nothing in hand. They gotta kill both things or play creature and kill something. Oh, guys, tonight was pretty fantastic. I expected to lose sometimes there, but man, best of 1 dinos. Do the most busted, powerful thing dinos can do. Slam lots of stuff. Still focusing on those toolbox cards. Shifting Ceratops, Rampaging Ferocidon, Deathgorge Scavenger. Yeah, so you face mono black discard. Don't worry, just play what you normally would have. Dump your hand, and they probably have a lot of dead cards. Really would have liked to see what they had in hand. We probably could have shared a laugh there, depending if they had, you know, a couple Thoughtseize, 1 black to do nothing and just deal 2 damage to yourself. That's quite all right by me, but I'm going to end it there for tonight. I'll probably be back at some point with Best of 1 Dinos. I certainly enjoyed myself, and yeah, man, that was lovely, lovely stuff. It was nice starting out a little bit earlier tonight. Yeah, definitely. The comment again from Martin. Fantastic stuff. Hopefully, if you're watching right now or later on, you enjoyed that. Man, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, to say the least. But thanks, everyone, for watching right now. Or if you're watching in the future, remember, there is always room for improvement. But that did pretty good to start. So maybe there doesn't need to be a whole lot of improvement for that one. Yes, time zone is different. That's all right. You can always watch it later on when I repost the stream. But yeah, thanks again for joining me, everyone. Have a good night, good morning, whenever you are watching, and I'll see you next time.